This is an incredible piece of machinery. Oh, it's so good. Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Matt, and this is the 2021 Harley-Davidson Road Glide Special. If this is the kind of thing that you'd like to see more of right here on the channel, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any future content from us. But let's get to the bike. Our friends here at Lone Star Harley-Davidson in Tyler, Texas have graced me with the presence of this fantastic motorcycle. This special, however, is a little extra special. From this aftermarket air intake to the Fuel Moto slip-on pipes to the 131 cubic inch Screaming Eagle stroker kit that this bike has. This thing is above all the rest. I'm a little nervous on getting on this bike. It's all there for sure, but we're gonna get to that in just a minute. Let's dive in a little bit to some of the details on this bike, and then we'll hop out on the road and see how scared I get behind the handlebars. So as I mentioned, this Road Glide Special is a little extra special. As you can see here on the intake manifold, those 131 cubes there on the engine cover, that Screaming Eagle on the valve cover there, and these Fuel Moto slip-ons just bring this bike to a whole nother level. I absolutely love how everything is blacked out and only the details of this engine get the chrome treatment. It really makes the whole thing stand out, and it definitely tells you that there's something special going on here. So there's a lot of controversy around which one rides better, the Street Glide or the Road Glide. And I don't have much experience on the Street Glide. I'm getting ready to have a little experience on the Road Glide here. So we'll get kind of a comparison there, but to be honest, I really like the look of the fairing on the Road Glide. So the biggest difference between the Road Glide and the Street Glide is this fairing. On the Road Glide, it's a fixed piece, and on the Street Glide, it's the bat wing style that's attached to the handlebars. So this one, as you can see, the handlebars float free within the fairing itself, but this also gives you a little more space, a little more storage, place for the speakers, things like that on this bike that you don't necessarily get with the bat wing fairing. Of course, this bike has also got these beautiful hard case saddlebags on the back here. All of it in this dynamic, vivid black is just absolutely incredible. I love, love, love the look of this bike. On this side of the engine, of course, you get the Harley-Davidson badge there on the tank. You get the Screaming Eagle Performance there, and it's also stamped on the cylinders themselves, which is pretty cool. Again, the attention to detail on this bike is incredible, and man, Harley has knocked this one out of the park for sure. I love the detail on this bike. I love the overall look on this bike. But that's enough talking about the details. Let's hop on this thing and go for a ride. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so good. I do wish you could have seen my face on that one, because I'm sure I had a pretty big smile on it. My goodness, this thing is so nice. What I'm riding is the 2021 Harley-Davidson Road Glide Special, and this one is extra special because This one has the 131 Screaming Eagle stage 4 kit, and a couple of other goodies on it, which just make it so good and so nice. Man, I am enjoying myself. So, being a road glide, the difference between it and the street glide, really just about the entirety of the difference, is this fairing. On the road glide, it's fixed, it's mounted to the frame of the bike, so the handlebars turn independently. You also get the dual headlights in the front, which has its own unique flair and flavor. The street glide has the bat wing fairing, which is attached to the handlebars, so a little different on the styling. It's also got a single headlight instead of the dual like this has. But that being the biggest difference between the two, it really comes down to, what do you like about them? Because really, the minutia of the way the air flows around them, unless you're getting off of one and getting on another, isn't going to make any difference. It really isn't. And when it comes to the comfort and ease of getting on this bike and riding, oh my goodness, this is so nice. It wants to go. This bike wants to be fast. It wants to go like crazy. And being the V-twin, being a Harley, the low end torque is obviously there. And then this one, being the 131 Screaming Eagle kit, it just takes it to a whole new level. It is above and beyond. But you know, with that monster engine under you, and the extra weight of this being the highway cruiser model, the road glide model, it is super easy to handle, super easy to ride. The steering is lightweight, it's controlled, it's actually incredibly comfortable, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal to use this bike as a commuter. I mean, yeah, it's designed a little more for the highway stuff, more of the on-road feel out on the highway, but it's not cumbersome. It's incredibly controlled for the size bike it is, and I appreciate that very much. One thing that shares a bit of similarity with the Street Bob that I reviewed, you can check that video out, right here, is the handlebars on this. They're in the right spot. They're just comfortable, and you still get plenty of leverage for maneuverability. You know, with the narrower front tire and a little extra weight, I do feel a little bit of this bike catching some of the grooves in the road and things like that, but it's really, unless you're just paying attention to it, it's not noticeable. It's not ripping the handlebars out of your hands or anything like that. It's just enough really to notice it, and it doesn't detract from the ride on this bike at all. One substantial difference from this bike to the Street Bob that I was on is that this one has a fairing. So on this chilly December day here in East Texas, you know, 50 degrees and wet, man, I don't have quite that same impact on my chest of the cold air. This fairing does a great job of pushing air up over my head, out around my shoulders. Just makes for an incredibly pleasant ride on what would otherwise be a pretty miserable day on two wheels. So props to Harley on this one for sure. Man, be sure to check this bike out, this Road Glide Special, because it is truly something special. It is monster fast. It is incredibly comfortable. The saddle in this thing is just next level. It's like I'm sitting on grandmother's couch. It's really, really nice. If you are in the market for a new or pre-owned motorcycle, be sure to stop in at Lone Star Harley-Davidson right here on the East Loop in Tyler, Texas. They will get you hooked up. These guys have been awesome in giving me the opportunity to hop on a couple of bikes today and review them for y'all. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to let me know in the comments below maybe some of the kinds of bikes you want to see, or maybe some UTVs or ATVs, something crazy like that. Just let me know. Until next time, bye.